Hey guys, it's your brujacarrieliz here to do a quick little energy reading for my beautiful collective. You know what time it is. Grab your coffee, your tea, your wine, your weed, whatever it is that you need, and come hang out with me. Y'all, I'm not even gonna front. Like, I just sat down from like being with my altar and lighting up a candle for protection, for kind of just everything going on right now within the United States. It can be scary going through this. It can be really scary and uncertain, especially being in certain areas that are dominantly Latino, and being Latina myself. I'm just kind of like, bruh, this makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And like, so much of me, like, it's just weirded out because we go to work, we do our thing, and then we watch the news. We're on social media, we're scrolling, like there's so many things popping up, there's so many things going on, and it's like what's misinformation and what's real, what's being hidden, like trying to read between the lines too. It's so much, guys, it's so much. And so much of me is like, I don't want to sit here and do a reading. I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to sit here and do a reading and vibe and like try to get a message, but Spirit's just like, no, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna do a reading, whether or not it's sad, whether or not we cry, whether or not, you know, we're emotionally like overwhelmed. I just get that a lot of people are at this time, and that's valid. It's fair. It's fair to feel really angry. It's fair to feel scared and upset. And yeah, through it all, I just feel like we're going to push forward. I believe that we will wake up. I believe there's a lot of people that are awake right now, that are doing things, doing groundwork things, activists. We're seeing Black Panthers popping up in different areas in Philly. We're seeing people lashing out at ICE. We're seeing people recording. We're seeing people intervening in whatever way that they can. And as much negativity as there is going on right now, I do see positive. I do see that people are acknowledging, and a part of me is like, wake up, let's go, let's be angry. But everyone's gonna react a different way. Everyone's gonna treat this as, you know, they're just gonna continue on with their lives if it doesn't really affect them. And for others, like, it really is personal. Like, it really is personal, whether or not, as you know, as a Latina, I'm still indigenous. My family may not be from this country, but like, technically we're from this country, you know what I mean? As being Puerto Rican. And it's like, I was born here, so it's like, what do you mean? Like, people should be allowed to be here. It's just so much, guys. It's so much. I just get such heavy sadness right now. I put on Hertz music. It's 221 Hertz music. It's Venus frequency for connecting to love, harmony, self-love, peace. I feel like more of us need that, honestly, at this time. But don't be afraid to sit at your altars. Don't be afraid to sit with your angels, your spirit guides, God, whomever you believe in. Don't be afraid to talk to them. Don't be afraid to sit with them. I literally did not too long ago, before setting up, I said some prayers. I lit a little votive candle. I dressed it with Archangel Michael, Wall of Protection, and 𝕭𝖗𝖆 𝕮𝖆 to ward off evil. And and I just said a simple prayer. And honestly, like, that's all you need. You know what I mean? Like, there's some people that are like, oh my God, witches, you need to set up this altar and it needs to be at this time and that. Take it back to the basics. Take it back to the basics where it's you, God, your prayers, and a little white votive candle and a glass of water. Take it back to the basics, okay? That's what I did. Set it up on my altar real quick, lit an incense, and here I am. And that's just as easy as it is. I feel like Spirit is saying, don't overcomplicate things when they don't need to be overcomplicated. The most powerful thing that you have is your intention. The most powerful thing that you have is your prayers. Okay? So let's use them. Let's use them. All right. Let's hop in to the reading. I'm kind of a little bit all over the place, so let me clear this up. But we're going to jump in with the Sign of the Times Oracle deck. And let's see what messages Spirit has for us. It's so interesting too, because I'm just kind of like tapping into how I feel. I feel like a lot of us need to do that. When I was leaving work today, I literally was nauseous. I had a pit in my stomach. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to explain this to my daughters of what's going on in the world right now? How am I going to address the fact that like something happens to me? Who's going to be taking care of my cats? Who's going to be taking care of this, that, and the other thing? I'm like, what if something happens to my family? Like, these are valid questions and feelings that a lot of people in the United States have right now. And it sucks. It sucks to have that fear. It sucks to have that kind of anxiety in our, you know, in our gut, like making us feel some type of way. First card out, we have Feather Messages with the number 7 too. So much of me is saying, like, we have to feel what we need to feel, and then we have to learn how to work through it. We have to learn how to think clearly, think calmly, not make impulsive decisions. We have enlightenment here with the lotus flower. Like I said, we need to connect with our spirit guides. We need to connect with our higher selves. We need to sit in solitude. We need to clear our minds. We have the moon here with emotions. We have anchor, stability. We have medical staff with healing. We have succulents with resilience, and heart with love. Yeah. Emotions, stability, healing, resilience, and love. It's funny because I felt that like anxiousness in that pit in my stomach when I left work, and since lighting this candle and sitting with you guys and just kind of talking about this, that feeling has like gone away, because I was genuinely like nauseous, like gag nauseous. I was like, I know I'm not pregnant, so like what we doing here? But yeah, we have to find, in times of crisis, in times of instability, in times of terror, in times of horrific things going on in the world, we still have to find the time to connect with spirit. We still have to find the time to connect with ourselves so that we can receive the messages that we need to receive, and how to act and how to make moves. We need to address the emotions that we're feeling. We need to anchor them down, because they can overwhelm us, right? Our anxiety can grow exponentially. Our anxiety can lie to us. Our thoughts can lie to us, right? It's about looking at facts. It's about looking at what can we do now. It's about connecting with others. Love is how we heal. the things that we fight for, the things that we show up for. Love is how we heal. Resilience, heart, love. They're showing me the image of like in times of war and protest. There's this like famous image that had gone around where these soldiers were all lined up with their rifles, and it was at a protest, and this girl just put sunflowers down the barrel of their rifles. And I get that. I still get that. I get that as angry as we are, as horrified as we are, as distraught as we can be, there's a need to take action. There's a need to stand up for ourselves. But it's not about like burning everything down to the ground. It's about showing up for each other, showing up as a community, loving one another, taking care of one another, uniting. Because a lot of what's going on in this world is chaos. A lot of what's going on in this world is just very, they want us to feel unstable. They want us to feel unsure. They want us to feel scared, unloved, unwanted, unheard, unvalued. I'm gonna pull a message from Archangel Michael. It's so funny too, because even the way I'm talking, you ever notice that the things that draw you in are just so fast-paced, so in your face, so like boom, 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 add here, add there. And it's like, when do we take the time to slow down? When do we take the time to just connect with ourselves, work on hobbies, read a book, disconnect from the world? It's funny because I had seen that there was a trend on, I think YouTube or TikTok or something. It was like called Analog 2026, where people just really like put themselves on do not disturb and just connected back to the things that like brought them peace. There could be a time where that happens, guys. I mean, obviously we saw that, what was it, Verizon, that went down for however many hours, almost 8 hours, and it was like all the East Coast. And it's like, you think that's just for shits and gigs? No, that stuff is intentional. That stuff is intentional, because imagine you being in a crisis and needing to call 911 and you're not able to, or trying to connect with your family and you're not able to. It's like going back to the times where we didn't have our cell phones. What did we do? What did we do? We have the way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Our ancestors, our spirit guides, our angels are trying to guide us. They're trying to give us messages, and it's time for us to really sit, connect with them. Pray from the heart. Be aware that you're not trapped. You're not stuck. This is not like, because they're showing me kind of like a tiger, like a caged animal ready to lash out. I get the Jessie Reyez song too, Free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. So freedom means freedom of self. You're stuck in a cell. I just wanna be free. We have it's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved and you'll be able to look to the future with a smile. It's like tick-tock. This is all about timing too. There's gonna be some change that comes in here, collective. Especially with the messages from Archangel Michael saying you're not trapped. The way open is forward. You're going to see an opportunity. For some of you, you're going to be moving. For some of you, you're going to find a way out of this oppression, find a way out of feeling this sadness, this hurt, this pain. There also could be significant changes too within what's going on in our community, in our society as well. Did I not say pray from the heart? Yeah. The most powerful thing any witch can do is pray from the heart. Like I said, all this other extra stuff like, oh, I need to have the astrological date. Those are great tools, right? But when you're right here, right now, suffering, when you're right here, right now, going through something difficult, you need to put everything the fuck down and stop and sit with your spirits, sit with your guides, sit with God, pray. If you have a candle, great, light it up. If you have incense, great, light it up. You don't need anything other than you and God. That's it. For me, I would say a little candle, a little votive candle. I always keep little white votive candles on stock. And a glass of water. Connect with God that way. But yeah, pray from the heart. Prayer can really move mountains. Reach out to the divine with your heart's concerns and watch miracles unfold. So interesting. We have step into the spotlight. You have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. All is in perfect timing. This is it. It's time to act now. It's time to take action now. Wow. Why did I flip that? Anyways, it means the same thing. I will be here to help you every step of the way. And angels of healing are with you. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength. Yeah. For some of you, it's truly stepping into a position of power, stepping into a position of using your voice, of standing up and speaking for others. This is a time of heart healing. This is a time of using your voice. As much as the government would like us to think that we're stuck, as much as they would like to think there's nothing we can do, it's wrong, it's false. Okay, I'm gonna tap into the Chosen Ones Oracle deck from 𝕭𝖏𝖆, the High Priestess. She's 𝕭𝖏𝖆 Got the Tea on YouTube. Yeah, we're gonna use these. Wow. For some of you, immediately what I got, some of you, your gifts are developing, growing, enhancing, because the first few messages that we got with that lotus flower, with the enlightenment, some of you, your spiritual gifts are changing, growing, developing. You could be having dreams that are predictive. You could be having dreams that are very, they keep putting the word influential. There could be things that you're needing to write down. There could be dreams that you need to like speak to the community. Because we have lucid dreams. We have dreams are coming true. And like for me, that together, I'm like, if you're having very, very vivid dreams and your dreams are actually coming true, I don't see of it as like, oh my gosh, you prayed for, you prayed for something and then your dreams are coming true. No, I see that more as like your visions, the things that you're dreaming about are actually happening. For some of you, there are predictive things. I know that there's some readers on here that have been predicting many things. And it's all in how you use your gifts. You know what I mean? Some people use their gifts for like gossip. You know, they're like, oh, what will happen with this celebrity? What will happen with this couple? Blah, blah, blah. Like, and there's some that really do predict natural disasters, assassinations, you know, stuff like that. We also have natural Reiki powers. Yeah, for some of you, we have gifts of, they put in my head, laying of the hands. You have gifts of touch. You have gifts of being able to like energetically cleanse and heal others. You also have your angels are protecting you here. Yeah. We have God's ambassador. Yeah. I feel like you would have to, excuse me, hi kitty. I feel like to watch me and like sit and connect with me, you would have to kind of be, you know, on God's side. You would have to, because it's like, what would you be doing watching me and you're over here supporting Trump? That would make no sense. What would you be doing watching here and being like, I hope ICE gets you? It's like, bitch, get off my fucking page. Like, what are you doing here? You shouldn't even be watching tarot readings. You don't believe in that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I definitely see that, guys. Some of you are a voice box. Some of you, the way that you create art, the way that you sing music, the way that you influence others, the way that you help others, the way that you show up in your community. You have healing energies about you. For some of you, you are predicting future things, and that's something that you need to kind of like step into the light and speak up about. But yeah, so significant that your angels are protecting you. You're not alone in this. We're not alone here, guys. As much as we want to be like, damn, where is God in all of this? I'm like, he's there, he's listening. The thing is that we have free will, and there's been many times over and over and over again in history where shit's gone awry, empires crumble, and we gotta come together. We gotta act. Like, we can't just let this shit happen and then see how it's going, right? I'm gonna pull from the Evil Eye deck. This card's coming out. Yeah. All right. It's so interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Legion. It feels like it, doesn't it? It feels like it. We have ICE. We have corrupt politics. We have pedophiles over here running the world. Billionaires doing some fucked up shit. It feels like it. It feels like the Legion. A legion of demonic spirits have been dispatched to attack you through the people around you. 100%, that's what that feels like. It's so interesting too, because the two cards that came out, this one was so calling for me to pull it. This is all in your mind, and then block removing. You are clear of psychic attacks in the evil eye during this time. Continue cleansing your energy. And it also says whatever was holding you back has been or is being removed. Yeah. This is your time to continue to be prayed up, to continue to do work for the community. This is not your time to give up and fold up and be like, all right, bye. Like, that's it. No. This is when spirit is literally calling you on a loudspeaker, like, yo, you clean up on aisle 6. I need all of y'all to show up. It's literally like, come on, guys. We got to do something. We got to work together to make some shit happen here. All right. Let's tap into tarot. We're already 23 minutes in. You guys are still here, 23 minutes in, with this kind of mopey, sad energy. Hit that like. Hit that like, please. Ooh, choices. 2 of Wands. This feels like choosing sides. It's like, what side of history are you on? Yeah. It's so crazy too, because I was thinking about it. I was like, my oldest, my baby, God, she's 13. She is 13 right now. And I'm like, I remember being her age and I was reading the Diary of Anne Frank and just thinking, that's so crazy. Like, I can't believe that shit happened in the world. That was real. And I remember, God, freshman year in English Lit, like writing my paper on the Holocaust. I totally did. And it's just so wild. 2026. And I'm like, here we are. What is this? I feel like we were thrown back. It's like, it feels like such a time warp. It's like, what are these times right now that we're living? What are these times right now that we're living? You know, because it just feels, it feels weird. It feels very weird. Yeah, it's so interesting because we have the 4 of Wands. To me, that's unity. That's people coming together. It could be celebrations, unity, marriage. There's a choice here. We have the world too. Completion, cycles closing, one thing ending so something new can happen. It's so interesting too, because we have the 5 of Wands and the Page of Wands as well. 5 of Wands, to me that shows conflict. To me that shows drama, conflict, arguments. Looking at it too, the trees are barren. Nothing can grow from these arguments. Nothing can grow from this manipulation, right? This is like such a barren area. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. It's so interesting because they're showing it to me like split. With this 2 of Wands, we have the 4 of Wands in the world. Unity, cycles closing, completion, success, right? And we also have the 5 of Wands and the Page of Wands. It's almost just like you can choose to unite, you can choose love, you can choose to celebrate, you can choose this success over here, or you can choose the fuckery, the things that don't grow from this drama, from this hurt, from this pain, from this, you know, strife. And keep playing games. It's like a back and forth game. Like, the choice is yours, collective. It's like, what will you decide? The High Priestess is here. What will you decide? When it's your time to figure out where you stand, what will you decide? I feel like many people are in those shoes. Will we choose to ignore things? Will we choose to stand up? Will we choose to speak up for those that we love? Will we choose to fight? Will we choose to unite? Will we choose to ignore and do nothing and just let things play out the way that they are gonna play out? It's so interesting because what had fallen out was the 10 of Cups. To me, that's love. To me, that's unity. That's family. That's connection. We have the King of Wands. He is our inspired king, our trendsetter, our king that takes action, our leader. He's fiery, he's passionate. Choice is really yours, guys. What will you decide? Will you show up as a leader? Will you show up and unite with others? Yeah. Or will you choose to be silent? Yeah, we have cards that fell out over here. The Knight of Pentacles. It's like things that have been slowly done in the dark will be coming to light, because I see it. That hurt with the betrayal. This is in the nighttime, right, with the moon. It looks like brujeria, right? It's like things done in the dark. Things that have slowly been building up, right? People are waking up to this. The sun. People are being exposed. When the sun shines, it's like, oh! Yeah, don't be afraid to shine bright. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to be this sun and show up in that way. Because people will learn. News will come out. People will learn. The truth will come out. And we're gonna see an empire fall. For sure. I see it. We have the devil. Did I say that wrong? The devil. We have the devil here. We have the Emperor. And the 6 of Swords. Yeah, we're truly gonna see the way some fuckery has come up and things slowly coming out and being released. The information that's coming out is going to be an end of this. It's going to be, we're moving on from this Emperor. We're moving on from this toxicity. That 6 of Swords is here, moving on, cutting ties, moving on. Yeah. We have King of Cups that's popping out. And the 10 of Swords. It's the end of the hurt betrayal. Yeah. Page of Cups at the bottom, underneath the Ten of Swords. We could end up having a new president that comes through. We could end up having someone that is a compassionate leader that ends these hard times, these trifling times that we're going through, right? We have the Three of Cups here with celebration, unity, coming together, the Four of Swords, time of healing, and the Eight of Pentacles, a time of working, putting things together, time of living with no regrets, right? We're not going to be living in times of, oh, I should have done this, oh, I should have done that. No. Your time is to act now. Your time is to be bold. Your time is to be fearless. Your time is to show up the way that you need to show up, the way that God needs you to show up. I'm telling you, that King of Cups, we could end up having a new leader. That Ten of Swords, they're going to be cutting out, because they're showing me like monarchy. Like when one dies, then someone new steps into their place. Four of Swords and what? Eight of Pentacles. It's definitely going to be a time of healing. It's going to be a time of building, growth, repair. Yeah. Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like those who were not on the right side of history, so to speak, they will regret not choosing love. They will regret not choosing to unite. They will regret, because people will see things, see people for who they really are. The truth will be exposed, right? Yeah, the Star. This is a blessing for the truth to come out, for things to change, for things to come crumbling down. Yeah, for lies to be exposed. It's a blessing to see the truth. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, so we can start over with love, with unity. Yeah, it's like, don't be afraid to put in the work. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to help others where you can. Because as scary as that is, Spirit is just like, don't be in your fears, locked away, alone. Be within your community, help others out, show up, speak up, say something, do something in whatever capacity that you can. Because the truth will be exposed and things will come crumbling down because the truth is being exposed. I see 3313 on the clock. And it is a blessing to start over, start new with the truth. And there will be healing from this. So freaking crazy. We're already January 15th and it's like, what else? What else 2026? Can we wrap this shit up? And I feel it. I know that so many people, for a lot of people, 2025 was god-awful. And I will say, like, yes, we went through the new year, we celebrated, but truly, like, the new year doesn't really start until spring equinox. We're not really done with this fucking year, right? We go from the year of the snake to the year of the horse. We're not really out of the water, right? Because spring has yet to come. We're still in winter. We're still in darkness. We're still in this chaos. Any other advice for the collective at this time? Any other messages, advice? The song that just came to my head is, wow, We Shall Overcome. Literally, the song that came into my head was We Shall Overcome. Listen to it if you don't know it. It's very beautiful. Throws me back to like my childhood. I was in an elementary school in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I believe the school's still up. I think it was like Omega School or something like that. And we had a music teacher there. I don't remember her name for the life of me, but she was wonderful. And she would have us sing all different kinds of songs. And I just remember how enthused she was at singing songs like "This Little Light of Mine, I'm gonna let it shine," "Amazing Grace," "We Shall Overcome." Like, I remember we ended up performing this, and I can't even, we must have been in like first grade, second grade, something. And like, I just remember as a kid hearing those songs and just like crying, and I didn't really understand the full weight of those songs, right? But it was beautiful, and I just remember thinking like that music like touched my heart, and I just feel like we need more of that now. We need to touch the heart of other people worldwide and not give up, and to stand our ground and unite, and to not give in to fear, to not give in to to not give in to fear. Yeah, because we have a thunderstorm. This is a fight, 100%. It's power, destruction, trouble. It's an energy shift. It feels out of control. But we also have triumph over evil. We also have opportunity to overcome. We have conflict here. It's so funny. I don't know if you guys have ever been like kids and you were afraid of thunder, lightning. And it's interesting because I was told a long time ago, someone tried to reassure me like, oh no, it just got up there, you know, bowling. And I just feel like sometimes that's what we need, to understand that it's gonna be okay. And as scary as it sounds, as scary as it is right now, it's gonna be okay, and we're gonna move forward from this, and we're going to start over. There will be a judgment day. There will be a judgment day that comes up. People will be seen for which side of history they chose. And as scary as that is, people are coming together. Soulmates are coming together. Communities are being built. People are finding their community. People are finding their people. All throughout this. So funny with the soulmates, lovers, union, two of a kind, it factor. So much of me is like, that just reminds me kind of like twin flame journey. Like, this is your time to unite. This is your time to help change the world. For some of you, I'm sure that's in the cards. For others, you find your platonic soulmates. You find your friendships that are family. You find the people that you know, that show up for you and that you show up for them. Yeah. We have water carrier with humanitarian, generosity, nobility, balance, calm life, compassion, benefactor, care for others, humane, helpful, ethical. Yeah. This is Aquarius energy. There's so many. I love so much that Spirit is saying, show up in the world. As scary as it is, show up in the world. Show up for your community. Because there are people that will benefit from your love, from your kindness, from your compassion. People that will show up just because you care, just because, you know, there's someone out there that understands. We also have fish hook too. There's two sides to this. It says feeling powerless, feeling helpless, paralyzed, vulnerable, trapped, temptation, bait, con game. But it's also luck, it's also prosperity, it's also resourcefulness, it's also abundance. It's also a great catch. We can choose to feel helpless, we can choose to feel vulnerable, we can choose to feel like we're trapped. We can also choose to come together and understand that as a group, united, we can help create change for others, especially those who are feeling vulnerable and trapped and stuck right now. This is our time as a community to step up and help them. This is our time to be the voice for those who can't speak up. This is our time to be compassionate, to give where we can. It's so interesting because they pointed something out to me. Like every year since I was a little kid, like I've always donated cans. There's always been something at school or in a workplace of like, hey, we're collecting for, you know, this soup kitchen, or we're collecting for this, or we're collecting for that, like bring. And it's so funny because this Thanksgiving, I had gone through my pantry and I was like, you know what? It's just out of habit to give. It's out of habit of like, you know what? I'm not going to use this. I want this used up before it expires. Like, this will be helpful for another family. Like, let me give. And I just find that we need to teach each other that. We need to show up for each other, because we never know who we can help out just by lending comforting words or lending a hand, you know, where people may need it. There was this lady that, oh God, I think I saw it on YouTube or TikTok or something, where this lady was a DoorDash driver and she ran into someone else's home, and the lady, you know, just kept her in her home because she was just like, oh my God, she got chased in here by ICE. And it was just like, you never know when your time comes to stand up for others and help others. And it's like, how will you show up? You know? We can choose to let things destroy us, or we can choose to step up and say no. We also have the white rabbit. It's a spark of curiosity. It's time, spiritual awakening, heeding the call, inner knowing, dark to light, going down the rabbit hole and waking from the dream. Wow. Yeah. Will you heed the call? Spirit is calling. Yeah. Because we have endings in sight. We have conclusion, we have the end. Ooh, it's so interesting. Don't we have an eclipse coming up, I think, with the new moon? That's coming up this month, if I'm not mistaken. We have the eclipse. Union of opposites. Conceal, upstage, merge, transform, overshadow, loss of power, support, sudden darkness, reveal. Isn't that interesting? What's done in the dark comes to light. Things that have been concealed, people who've been overshadowed, there's a loss of power. It's being transferred back. Things are transforming. What's been hidden, camouflaged, is coming to light. We also have cross here. Sacrifice, down for the cause, let go, giving up, release, surrender, put others first for the greater good, heroic effort, purpose driven, heed the call. Again, heed the call. Yeah. Will you heed the call? I also feel like too, it says over here, like feeling relieved with the checkered flag. These are 9s that are coming out. Wow, underneath this is another 9. Yeah, we have self-reliance, extend oneself, mentoring others, exploration, providing, connecting with nature, accomplishment, self-improvement, capable, reflection. Yeah, this reminds me of like homesteaders, of people living off-grid, people being reliant on nature, what's around them, other people, community. Like, I feel like there could be an end of a time where we relied on the wrong things and things are being exposed, and we are going to be relying on each other to make it through. 4414 on the clock. Yeah, we also have the yarn too. Hassles, problems, big mess, complicated, made up story, work it out, mischief, many working parts. Patience is needed. Yeah, we're gonna need patience to get out of this mess, to get out of this storm. We have 999 here. Yeah, broken vase, hardship, misfortune, trial, overcome, grief, opportunity, pressure, burden, destroy, adversity, disappointment, setback. It's a change of state. Yeah. So interesting too that we have curtain call, claim, fame, recognition, appreciation, focused attention, performance. There could be someone too that gets recognized for how they showed up in a time of misfortune. Oh, kitty, what you doing knocking stuff over? They're reminding me of even like with what happened in Palestine. A lot of the reporters, a lot of the journalists were being targeted, and those who showed up and continued to film, and continued to tell the truth, they truly are heroic. They truly are the voice of their people, because without them, how would we know? How would we know what's happening? How would we know and be updated? Especially with all the power outages that they had, all the strikes, all of the bombs that happened. Collective, some of you may be like that. Some of you may be heeding the call of being a voice for your people. We have Wheel of Karma. Inevitable cause and effect, divine intervention, cycles, luck, fortune, rise and fall, divine will, blind justice, circumstance and consequence. Yeah. Things that are destined to happen are going to be happening. The wheel is turning. As much as we can go through sacrifice and hardship and misfortune, there is a turn of events that things will end. There will be a finality. There's a feeling of relief that comes with it. There's a feeling of good luck and fortune that comes with it as well. I'm telling you, there's someone here that could have fire in their chart, because the person of fire showed up as well. The trend-setting leader, confident, visionary, catalyst, energetic, entrepreneur, outgoing, creative, ruthless, courageous, strong-willed, teacher, actors, entrepreneur, artist, PR. Yeah, Spirit is requesting requesting for you to show up in spite of it being scary. Showed up in spite of feeling vulnerable, and in spite of feeling like it's a loss of power or things are hidden. Heed the call. Show up as a leader, because when things finally come to a close, you will be recognized for your hard work, the way that you showed up for your community. We also have fairy tale too. Believe the impossible. And we have hopeful, happily ever after, romantic ending, magic, aspire, universal archetypes. We also have stories we tell. And I get that heavily. It's like, how will we pass down this story of triumph and new beginnings? How shall we tell this story of how we overcome? All right, guys, I leave you with this message. How will you show up in the community? How will you show up? Which side of history will you be on? All right, sending you lots of love. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And of course, if you'd like to book your own personal reading, my website is down below. Sending you lots of love. Be strong, be united, and show up for your community. Love you guys. Bye.